Hi Gemini, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of September 2021 as I switch up the angle of filming this reading for you. Don't forget to like this video, leave me a comment down below about your situation, how the reading resonates, or some emojis. And don't forget to, of course, subscribe to this lovely channel if you haven't done so already. And let's see here, we're going to begin by pulling a couple messages from the Soul's Journey deck. As I do the initial shuffling, do remember that this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody else. And as always, check out your other placements within your chart for more messages, all right? And let's see here, I'm also accepting requests this time for personal readings. So all you have to do is reach out via email. You'll see the options and pricing down below in the description box as well as my email, all right? So let's get started. For Gemini, money and career, September 2021. See here. Bear with me as I struggle. Okay, so we have 3, as well as freedom at the bottom of the deck. You might be, in abundance. You will be receiving a level of abundance throughout the month of September that will have you sort of focusing on a level of freedom you desire at this time, whether it's financial freedom or freedom from a job that restricts you to a certain extent or makes you feel limited, or just simply a level of abundance that makes you feel free in whatever way it pertains to you, okay? So enjoy that abundance, but we have imagination. And so you're gonna find that in the month of September, there's a focus on your beautiful mindset. Your imagination needs to be put to use as you imagine all that you desire within your money and career situation. You know, a level of manifestation needing to take place as you move towards this level of abundance that you truly deserve at this time. And then we have self-esteem. So there's a need for you in the month of September to keep the self-esteem at an all-time high. You'll be pushed by the universe to keep your chin held high as you do what's important, what's necessary for you in your situation. Feeling as if a lot of you kind of take a little bit of a dip throughout the month when it comes to your self-esteem. So there's a focus on it, and you needing to stay truly confident and feel good about all that you're moving towards, you know, your choices, even if at times things kind of go up and down, or you find that you don't succeed 24/7, right? And the last one is worry. I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. And so throughout the month, at times you're going to find yourself worrying to a certain extent about the future of your career, of whether or not you're going to get a certain job that you desire, or whether or not a business is going to take off and give you a level of success and abundance you deserve. But remembering and being reminded by the universe throughout the month that worrying doesn't change the outcome. It just adds to your level of stress and anxiety, and to remember that simplifying your mind and feeling positive and optimistic about the future and what you have ahead for you is the best route, as you'll, again, there's a focus on your mindset, your imagination, and you needing to let go of that worry, imagine the best, release that doubt and worry once again, any doubt within you, work on one's habits as you work towards positive success that you deserve. All right, so and we have doubt at the bottom of the deck as well. There you go. So we're going to continue by pulling 6 tarot cards from the Light Seers tarot deck. Let me do some initial shuffling for this. So we have the Sun and the Knight of Pentacles at the split deck before I even shuffle. So there's going to be a focus on how happy you are when it comes to what you're working towards, your job, your career, or how happy money can make you at times. I find a lot of you asking yourself, well, money can't buy you happiness, but then to a certain extent it can, right? Feeling as if there's a huge focus on material things throughout the month of September, but just feeling like a lot of the times you're moving towards your success way too slowly, wanting things to speed up. But you'll find at certain points in the month, there's a level of comfort with how slow things are moving, right? Feeling a bit depleted or exhausted. But I do find that some of you Geminis are going to receive a job that you've been looking for, or experience a level of abundance and success that is meant for you and will leave you truly happy in the end. Wonderful. So let's do some shuffling. For Gemini to continue money and career, September 2021. Let's see here. Love that you can see me shuffling in this view, this angle. Alrighty, let me pull them as I completely struggle. Okay. Alrighty, so we have the 6 and the 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, as well as the 6 of Wands. It's going to feel like parts of the month, all eyes are on Gemini, and just feeling as if, again, you're feeling a bit depleted to a certain extent, tired, overly exhausted from all the effort you've been putting forth, or from how much you've been working for a lot of you, and just feeling like at times the attention is at the wrong point. You know, when you're feeling most depleted or most exhausted, that's when people feel the need to notice you, right? Or again, you might find yourself getting that job and it making you super excited, seeing the Sun card in my mind's eye again as I stutter, and you just feeling like it comes at a time when you're most depleted, most exhausted, but just take care of oneself. Implement self-care and think about your daily routine, your work routine, and how you can extend your efforts rather than overwork oneself, okay? The Knight of Pentacles is the first one. Interesting enough, we already spoke upon it. So you begin the month of September and it feels like things are moving way too slowly. It feels like you were just not happy with the pace to begin the month. But then again, a bigger part of you is like, well, again, I'm tired, I'm depleted, I'm just feeling like I'm a bit all over the place mentally to a certain extent. So just accept the pace of things, right? A reminder may come through from Spirit in the universe, as it feels like a lot of you are sort of, it feels like you're leaving money behind to a certain extent, or you're leaving a job behind that had a level of financial security to move towards something that's more fulfilling or more productive for you in a certain way. There's just a huge focus on you moving towards a level of abundance in a slow but productive manner. I feel like a lot of you will be reminded to wrap yourself up with nature to begin the month of September, feeling like you might be a little bit on edge or a little bit anxious. And it's hard to not be, it's hard to be anxious and on edge when you're focusing on nature's beauty, right? Death and rebirth. And so you make your way to the middle of the first half of the month, and there's a focus on you changing, on you growing, or your career developing in a way that you almost did not expect, and feeling as if it's also you implementing new healthy habits and changes within your daily routine at work or as you run your business and try to get things off the ground. All meanwhile trying to sort of figure out your finances as you glow on a different level. Being drawn to the trees once again. Nature's going to be one of your best tools and your best friend, I guess, in the month of September. And feeling as if a lot of you are a bit guarded to a certain extent at this point in the month. Feeling like at times with certain coworkers or your boss or clientele, or maybe even people outside of your work environment, whatever choices you make, you just feel a bit on guard, right? Feeling a bit sort of closed off due to what's happening in your mind, you know, racing, doubting oneself at certain points. But it's being aligned with the self-esteem card. Just believe in yourself and what you're choosing to move towards at this time. As you change, you grow, and you implement these changes and adjustments within your career and finances that will benefit you in the end, right? And I feel like towards the end of the first half of the month, where we have the Three of Cups, that's when a gift of abundance will pop up, all right? And you're going to feel the need to celebrate, you know, whether it's you getting a job, a new side hustle pops up or falls into your lap, or you just stumble upon a little bit of money when you're walking down the street, or you find a surprising amount of money in the mail or in your bank account. Just allow yourself to, somebody's getting a raise, I feel. It's just this point in the month where you finish up the first half celebrating with those who are closest to you. I feel like a lot of you Geminis will be making new friends within your work environment, or you'll find that a friend becomes an important connection, a resource, if you will, networking towards a level of success within your career, you know, of course, connected to your money. And there will be a focus on the number 3 for whatever reason. A lot of you will be drawn to it. I feel like it has a lot to do with your level of success financially that you are looking to achieve. And there's part of you, when you're celebrating or when you're wrapped up in this abundance, however it pertains to you in your situation, there's part of you that will worry, right? And it's very, it's just part of you that needs to let that go while you're celebrating, while you're moving towards the abundance. It's like the universe is trying to communicate to you that things are going to work out, but you finish up it's like when you're celebrating, it's in the back of your mind that you're worrying, you're stressing, or you're doubting that things are going to work out. So put that to the side and allow yourself to be one with the success and the abundance that you're getting a taste of at the end of this first half, okay? And so we're making our way to the second half of the spread in month, and we have the Page of Cups. So this is very much a Nine of Wands feeling coming through, where you're spacing out to a certain extent, even within certain business meetings or conversations. I need to begin the second half of the month implementing more self-care and taking care of Gemini one's self, as I struggle to get that out. And that's the feeling that's coming over me within your energy at the beginning of the second half. You just going on rants or struggling, but then spacing out in the middle of a conversation and needing people to repeat themselves, or feeling like you have to repeat yourself to a certain extent to just get the point across, or feeling like you just aren't absorbing everything you're learning or hearing at this time. There's going to be a focus on you needing to, again, implement more self-care to glow on a different level, as you have a lot of work to accomplish, a lot of emails going out, coming in, and a lot of people to interact with within your work environment, or just, within your business. I feel like some of you will be implementing a new side hustle, a new passive form of income potentially, or thinking about maybe removing a level of work within your situation, because I do feel like a lot of Geminis that have been drawn to this reading overwork themselves, right? Being aligned with the Knight of Pentacles, excuse me. It's the beginning of the second half once again, where you're also sort of spacing out and thinking about how slowly things are progressing, or how the pace of things has been recently, and you being reminded by the universe that things will pick up soon enough. But again, it's destined timing. You need to be one with the pace of things. It's like when things progress slowly, you want to add more onto your plate, or add more to your to-do list, and you needing to remember that you don't need to stress it, right? It's like you sort of having your head in the clouds at times, wanting to dream of a different level of success that you haven't achieved up until this point. But just remember that everything happens for a reason when it's meant to. And being drawn to the imagination card as well, it's like you'll be imagining a lot of different purchases that you want to make, but don't feel as within your budget or doable at this time. A lot of you sort of imagining an ideal vacation. Just work towards it. I feel like if you add it to your bucket list, you'll get it done. You'll achieve what you are imagining at this time. And we're moving on to the Two of Pentacles. And so you make your way to the middle of the second half of the month, and there's sort of dance you're going through with life, with your career, thinking about your finances, weighing out the pros and cons of certain decisions you're trying to make at this time. A lot of you sort of finding it more difficult to spend money, interestingly enough, because I feel like a lot of you spend money quite easily or don't stress over it too much. But you'll find yourself in the middle of the second half of the month stopping yourself, halting, and being like, wait, should I save this? Should I sort of put it towards what I've been imagining, what I've been desiring when it comes to certain financial decisions once again? But I feel like a lot of you Geminis will be weighing out pros and cons when it comes to your career as well. It's deciding, okay, well, is this going to be a positive change, or is this going to hinder me in the end, right? Do I need to keep these people, place, and situations around, or do I need to make certain adjustments to focus on my work, or to see that level of success that I desire? At times asking yourself if, again, people, place, and situations in your life are causing a bit of a slow progress and pace when it comes to your money and career situation. And you potentially overthinking things to a certain extent and feeling a bit somber in the middle of the second half of the month. But it needs to come to a conclusion sooner rather than later, because you're just going to keep going in circles in your mind, I feel like. So just weigh it out, think about it, come to a conclusion, and move right along, right? A lot of lessons to be learned. Being aligned with the Death and Rebirth card, I do feel like the middle of the second half of the month as well, there's a focus on the way you think about things now, right? It's a whole different approach to your career, to your finances. And so there's just a highlight at this point in the month on your growth and how much you've matured and changed as an individual over time, even just throughout the month, and I want to say August as well. And you just shining on a different level to the point where it's like, okay, I can do this. I'm changing, I'm growing. I'm not afraid to make changes at this point, even if at times I worry just a little bit too much, right? A huge focus on your beautiful Gemini self-esteem at this point in the month. as you implement more self-care and just have a lot to decide, a lot of choices to choose from. When, if you think about it, in the past, you didn't have as many choices at, at certain points. So allowing yourself to be thankful and grateful for all that you do have to choose from as things start to pick up pace, I feel like, towards the end of the month. And we have Justice to finish up a 6-card spread. And it's this beautiful ending to the month where you're peaceful, you're calm, you don't feel like your mind is racing as much because you got a taste of abundance throughout the month, and justice starts to come into play for you, or you're reminded that it's in the near future for you. You're thinking a lot about balancing out the scales for you and doing a lot of reflecting on your self-image, right? For a lot of you, for your business, or just, networking and allowing yourself to treat yourself towards the end of the month, right? Allowing yourself to buy yourself a new outfit, or something to make yourself look better, or give yourself some self-care, like a haircut or something of the sort, feeling as if your appearance is, again, a huge focus as you reflect on all your financial choices, or some of which, and your career progress up until this point. But just try to keep it present and take care of oneself as the universe works behind the scene to balance out the scales for you to a certain extent, or to give you a taste of the justice that you deserve. I feel like a lot of Geminis weren't treated properly in certain work environments in the past. With the 3 of Cups being aligned, it's this sort of celebratory feeling where there's a highlight again on your success that you deserve, on the justice you deserve, and the certain energies you want to surround yourself with. Your job, your career in general, excuse me, teaching you something about new about who you want to wrap yourself up with. I feel like certain energies from the past will come back, and you sort of seeing them in a different light, or in a better light, and allowing yourself to finish up the month on a healthy note, allowing yourself to remember that justice in abundance is something you truly deserve as a Gemini. Let's finish up this reading by pulling a message from the Small Making Magic deck. All right, money and career for September 2021 for Gemini. Protection, strong protective magic for the family and the home. And I'm going to pull one more. It feels like you're protected, and there's a level of luck on your side when going through new opportunities, or just striving for that level of abundance and success. Sun, the golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune. And you needing to remember, again, you're changing, you're growing, and to allow for yourself to believe in the choices you're going for, the level of success that you deserve at this time, as again, justice comes into play and you start to see things work out for you. And I do feel like in October, the pace of things will be a lot quicker, and you'll be happy about it, but just prepare for it. Allow for yourself to go with the flow throughout the month of September as things change and grow, and you do just the same. All right, Gemini? So I hope this reading was truly helpful. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And don't forget to reach out for a personal reading. Wishing you nothing but the best, sending you love and light. Hope you have the most amazing month, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Gemini.